What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Retro Hoop Collectibles. This is a very exciting time right now. Aside from the fact that it's winter time, which I love winter maybe 1,000 times more than I love summer, which is odd from a Texas standpoint. I'd much rather be cold and try to keep warm than to be hot and try to cool off. This is my favorite time of year. There's a lot going on in the hobby right now, and I've been away for a little bit. I'm transitioning in between jobs right now. I just started a new job last week. So, just kind of been really transitioning, trying to get my feet under me in this new position. So, But I'm going to be getting back to putting together some content because, there's a lot going on right now. A lot going on. And my goal is to, we got two things going on right now. Is obviously the normal channel, which you guys have been subscribed to for a while. But if you're not subscribed, hit subscribe. That's a lot of content from just the hobby content, right? And then we have the Card Hedge podcast, which comes out every week. That's more long form podcast. Me and my buddy JD, we put that out every Saturday, and so we got a lot. There's a lot to cover. There's a lot going on. My goal is to do, and I've said this before in a couple other videos, is to do more videos breaking, wax. Opening up boxes, opening up packs. I'm even toying with the idea of offering group breaks, not really for profit, but just to be able to get my hands on really, really rare and expensive boxes, and then offering them to you guys on a pack basis. You can buy however many packs. If there's 36 packs in a box, for example, then I'll sell 36 packs, and then I'll sell 36 packs, and then I'll rip it, and we get to make some content based on that, opening up some really cool boxes and so on and so forth. If you guys like that idea, just as a general idea, let me know if that's something that you guys would even be interested in. But I really have this kind of this call to arms, so to speak, of like just we it's time to start having some fun again. Originally, when I did this channel, you guys didn't even see my face. I was just opening up like all this wax and having fun doing that, and then just basically showing you guys what I got, and that was a really fun thing to do. Obviously, since then, the price of product has gone absolutely through the roof. Which essentially kind of took me out of that. I don't have a lot of money to do that kind of stuff. It got very, very expensive, as I'm sure some of you have realized. But I think what's good about what's going on now in the hobby, I think there's a lot of content out there, which is why I haven't done a video about it, because that's not really what this channel is about. But I think it's such a big deal that you can't ignore it. And that's the fact that prices have been going down significantly, right? Significantly, prices have been going down. And while that's not necessarily good for the people who looked at this stuff as an investment, if they bought on the high end, there's all kinds of videos out there of people buying cards for $200,000 that they just recently sold a few weeks ago for $20,000. People who are buying, cards at $1,000 that just are selling them off like crazy for $150, $200. People are losing mass amounts of money. So for those people, the current state of the market in collectibles and sports cards is not necessarily the best for you guys right now. However, those of you who are much like me, who don't really buy cards because you're looking at them as an asset or an investment, you're buying them to build a collection. Maybe there is some investing going on there, but not to the point to where you're trying to retire. You may be buying a card for $10 and then hoping to flip it for $20, $30 so that you can move that money into your PC collection, that kind of thing. I know there's a lot of folks, my boy JD is much like that. but I tend to think that's a little bit too much work, so I just rather go buy the cards that I want and only really buy cards whenever it's a card that I actually want for my PC or want to keep, or a card that I think is cool. But there's so much going on right now with prices that it's starting to, we're gonna get to a point to where it's gonna be fun again, and that's kind of the point of this video. I've said before that I want to open a lot more wax on the channel, and I do mean that. And I've set up a couple of alerts recently on eBay to start kind of keeping an eye on where the prices are for wax. And some of these prices, I haven't looked at the prices of hobby boxes from like mid 90s to like early 2000s, and even into the 2010s, 2015, somewhere around there. I made it a point to want to open every release of NBA Hoops. You guys know NBA Hoops is my #1 favorite product to open. So far, the last couple of years, I've opened a hobby box of every NBA Hoops product, with the exception of 2019, 2020. I still need to do a hobby box of that stuff. But I really want to refocus my goal to do that again, and in kind of going back into it and looking at what the current prices are for NBA Hoops wax, I was pleasantly surprised. So we'll jump over here to the eBay sold listings for wax boxes, and some pretty interesting prices. I mean, some of these boxes, now granted, 2017, 2018 Panini Hoops wasn't like a big year. I mean, there's Tatum is in there, Lonzo Ball is in there, which Lonzo Ball. There's I think really just Tatum, and there's somebody else this was their rookie year. But still, you're looking at a factory sealed hobby box for under $275, under $300. I think this box was maybe like a $300 or $400 box. I think it might have even gotten all the way up to a $500 box, 18 months ago. 2012, 2013, again, sealed hobby box, under $250. 2014, 2015, $250. Now, granted, $250 is still pretty significant, right? But I think if you're gonna open up, look at this one, 2014, 2015, $167 for a hobby box, Panini Hoops. And I think you're potentially getting some, I think there's memorabilia, at least one auto I think you're going to get in here. I don't know if you're guaranteed. Pull the first autograph of the coveted 2014 NBA rookie class. I'm not sure what kind of guarantees you're getting in this one, but Chronicles, look for hobby exclusive artist proof parallels numbered to 99 or less. But I mean, we're getting to the point to where these are starting to be really cheap, fun breaks. Let's see what happened there. There we go. Where they're starting to be pretty fun breaks. I mean, for $167, that's a lot of fun you can have in a break. Giannis rookie year is still around the $500 mark. But here's the other thing that I want to remind you guys. 2014, 2015, there's still an opportunity to pull some very big cards here, right? I mean, this, rest in peace, Kobe. There's still, Kobe. There's still, Steph Curry autographs. Maybe, I mean, we're still in the point where they were actually putting memorabilia cards, game used, game worn, that kind of thing. So, here we go. 04, 05 Skybox Hoops. $300. And don't forget, you still have autographics that you can pull. Some of those cards are really, fun cards to have. $98.99 for under $400. These were $600-$700 boxes, just 18 months ago. 2018, 2019 Panini NBA Hoops. I opened up a lot of retail of this stuff. This was a $700, $800 box, and it's now under $500. It's going to be that high because it's 2018, 2019, which is Luka Doncic's rookie year, where you can you could pull an auto out of Luka auto out of this stuff. Trey Young auto out of this stuff. There, there's some fun to be had with opening. Some wax coming up. And if you guys know kind of the way the market works is as the card prices are going up, the card wax, like the sealed boxes, follows it follows a little bit from a lag standpoint, but as the card prices are going down, the lag on the wax is going to go down. So there's still some room for this stuff to move even further down. 2011, 2012, right at $300. I mean, there's some really good opportunity to have some fun here with wax in the next 18 months or so, maybe even 12 months, maybe even 6 months. We'll start seeing some significant drops in sealed boxes. I say all of that to say that I think, going forward in this channel, I really want to get back to having fun opening basketball. 90s, early 2000s, mid 2000s basketball wax. And I hope that, I hope you guys enjoy that kind of content. Also, again, the idea of doing, group breaks for, a box of, Upper Deck SPX, where we could potentially pull some really cool stuff. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Is this, as you're seeing these prices, does this really kind of spark your interest to kind of get back into opening some 90s basketball stuff, some early 2000s, maybe early 2010s wax? What do you guys think about the idea of me starting to do some breaks? Not for profit. I'm not trying to make any money off of it. I just want to open some really cool boxes. Let me know what you guys think about that. As always, I appreciate you guys watching. I love y'all. Peace.